Hey guys, how's it going? I'm back with another part of how to animate in Adobe Animate CC. So if you haven't seen the first part, then go to my channel and see the video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel and like the video. So in this part 2, we will learn how to make a bouncing ball or how to give bouncing animation to any object. So I've created a sample. What we are going to do today is something like this. Want to make the ball bounce like this, and I also give some advanced how to make it more real. So let's start with a new file. Let's start with a new file. So this is a screen. First of all, what we need to do is make a ground for the ball to bounce on. So let's take a line tool and say take it off black color and draw a normal ground line like this. You also need to extend it on the sides like this because the white screen will be empty. When you see here, it will be empty here, so you need to fill these sides also. Go to the other side and do like this. So now we have created the ground. So we'll name this layer, double click this layer and name it ground. Okay, so now we insert another layer. We insert a layer for the ball, and now we'll make the ball. So let's go a bit up right here and choose the oval tool. So when we choose the oval tool, let's select the outline to black only, and let's choose the color to red. Let's say red. So let's make a ball right over here, or we can go up. No, it's right over here. Okay, so that is the ball. So now we go to the free transform tool right over here and select this all, right click and create converter symbol. So now you can see it is in the library, and whenever you want it you can drag it in. So once you have created it into a symbol, you can give it different names. So now first of all, let's go ahead to 20th frame or 15th frame, and on the ground and the ball layer, insert a keyframe by pressing F6. So once you press F6, or you can right click it and insert and do insert keyframe, right? So once you do this, this will come, and now this whole part is will be on the 15th frame. On the 15th frame, we want the ball to touch the ground so that it will bounce. So let's drag it and put it on the 20th frame, in the 15th frame on the ground. Now what we want to do, once the ball hits here, it will jump a little. Let's make it jump to a little towards the right, and then it will go rolling. Okay, so let's go to 30th frame, insert keyframe F6, and then make the ball. Wait a second, just choose the ball and make it go a bit up like this. And if you want to make it more realistic, then what you do is insert multiple keyframes next to each other. Okay, so once it is here, if you wanted to make it like this, then go to the next keyframe, 31st frame, and make it move a bit like this, and here make it move a bit like this, so that you can see that it's bouncing and moving also. Now go to 45th frame and insert a keyframe again, and then again choose the ball and make it go on the ground again because it's bouncing. Then just a little bounce more we need to add. So in the 60th frame, insert a keyframe and make this go a bit up, just a bit up, and then go to the next keyframes, insert keyframe, and make it go down now. Now it will come to a rest, but first it will roll. Now it has bounced a lot, So what we need to do is now go another keyframe and just need to make it go a bit towards the right, and like this another keyframe and just make it go a bit right more, so to show that it's rolling. So now this whole thing we have created, but it's not in a motion, we haven't done a tween yet. So let's choose all of this here and right click, and you will get two options, motion tween and classic tween. I suggest that you go with classic tween. So hit the classic tween. Now you will see this all turns purple. Where this dotted line is, it means that there's some problem. So go again, remove classic tween and then add classic tween again. Now it is not showing the dots, means which means it is right. Sometimes it happens you have to remove the classic tween and then again do it. Let's control plus enter and see how the final result is. We can see that it's pretty good, and we can see that it's bouncing and rolling. But now you would see that, like, if it is a hard ball or maybe a stone doesn't bounce, but if it is a hard ball, then it will bounce like this. But if it is a rubber ball, sometimes you can, or a water balloon. A good example is a water balloon. If you see a water balloon, when it's falling and when it touches the ground, it squashes, which means it gets flattened and gets thicker. So let's create another file and I'll show you how to give that type of real type of animation look. So create. Once you create it, again make a layer for layer on layer 1, name it ground, and just make the ground again like this. So extend it on the sides again, because that's very important or it will look bad. So I've extended the sides now. Now what we need to do is make a water balloon. So we'll make the stroke go to very less, 2 maybe. Okay, and it will be black. But the color this time, we choose the circle obviously, because we can make ovals with that also. And water balloon, we'll need to make it oval a little bit. So the color of water balloon may be this. Let's see. Yes, this will look like a water balloon. Now what we need to do is that we create a new layer and name it the water balloon layer. Okay, water balloon layer. Now it's a bit complicated, but it will make your animation look more good. So on the first frame right over here, make a water balloon. Choose the circle tool, we have already selected the color, and make sure your stroke is very less so that it looks like a water balloon and not too thick outline will come. So just make a water balloon like this. If you want, then it can be rubber ball also, anything you want, but it should be soft because only soft things will extend and squash. What I mean by squash, it gets when it gets here, it will get thickened. Okay, because it is soft, it will get thickened here and flat. That is called squash. So now on the first layer we have made this water balloon. Go to the uh, free transform tool, select this and convert it to a symbol as we do it always. So actually let's not convert it to a symbol this time, because we'll have to make a animation which changes shape, and when we make a shape change animation, which I have told in my first part, we don't need to convert it into symbol. So let's not convert into symbol. Let's, and this time because we are making a shape changing animation, we'll not add keyframes, instead we'll add blank keyframes by pressing F7. So right on the 15th frame, let's press F7 and add a blank keyframe. Once, actually we only have to add a blank keyframe in the water balloon layer, not on the ground layer, because we'll not make the ground again and again, obviously that could worsen our drawing. So let's make a keyframe in the ground layer, and let's add a blank keyframe in our water balloon layer. So you can see, because we added a keyframe in the ground layer, this line is still coming, whereas the water balloon has gone. So here we'll create a water balloon again. Now the strategy to know where you put the water balloon in the first frame is that you turn on an option like here. It's two rectangles are made and it's called as onion skin. You can turn it on by pressing Alt plus Shift plus O. So choose it over here. It's right over here. It's also in Flash, CS3 or CS6, whichever you are using. The controls are almost same. So now when you turn it on, you'll see this type of thing. Go to the 15th frame and drag this to the first frame. So here you will see a very thin color or outline that we made in the first layer, but it's diminished, which means that it was not made in this layer, it was made in some other layer. The lighter it is, that means the earlier it was made. So let's zoom into 100% again, and this time what we'll do, we know that the water balloon was there in the first frame, so on the 15th frame we'll make according to that only. Okay, so first of all, we'll do is go to the first frame again and just make this balloon a bit more circular. Okay, because when it will fall, then only it will elongate. Till then it is will be a circular shape almost. In the 15th frame, make it a bit more elongated. Choose the oval tool again, and you can see match the lines over here. Okay, match the lines. As it will go down, its thickness will reduce, but its elongation, its length will increase. Thickness will reduce and its length will increase to make it proportional. So once we do this, actually let's do it like this. Go to 25th frame, insert in the make sure that you insert a keyframe in the ground layer and a blank keyframe in the water balloon layer by pressing F6 and F7, and elongate this path again. When you'll go to the 25th frame, it will only show the 15th frame, but you want to see the first frame one also, so elongate this. But if you don't want to see the first frame water balloon, then take this to 15th frame, you will only see the 15th frame one. So I want to see both, so again choose the oval tool and make it a bit more elongated this time. Let's draw it a bit downwards, right over here. Okay, then go to 35th frame maybe and create a blank keyframe here and create a keyframe here. Here what we want to do now, as it will come in contact with this bound ground, what it will do is get flattened. We'll not make it burst, that's another thing, what splashing, but I'll tell you in my later parts. But this time we have to make it a bit flattened, look like a bit flattened. So what we'll do here first is make it go like this, make it circular again when it's about to touch, and go here, insert blank keyframe, insert keyframe, and now we'll make it flattened over here. Okay, now to make it flattened, reduce the length but increase the thickness like this. You can also make it go a bit more downwards. Just use the weave transform tool and make it go a bit downwards, right? So as you can see, we haven't inserted the classic tween yet, so let's first do the classic tween here. Okay, insert classic tween. Here you see it's showing a problem. Remove classic tween, insert classic tween. Still showing a problem. Let's figure out why. This is a blank keyframe, that's fine. So what we need to do is turn the onion keyframe off, and oh, we draw it in the ground layer, that is why. Do copy and draw it in the that layer only. So that's the problem. Sometimes you draw it by mistake in the different layer like I did. So make sure you see the layer which you are drawing on first. Turn the onion skins on again and you can see this thing, it's going like this because of the classic tween. So that's a pretty good animation. We paste this again right here. Let's make a new one actually, and let's go to circle tool. Here it will be just circular. Okay, make it circular like this, and then in this frame let's remove the classic tween. This time it will work. Okay, and insert the classic pin again. See, now it is working. No, and here also what we did is we made this in the ground layer again, so make sure you don't do that. And here you have, we have converted into blank keyframe. We don't want that, so turn the announcements off to make sure that it's fine. No, it's not fine. See, because the ground is disappeared, we know that there is a blank keyframe here. So how to remove a blank keyframe? Just do clear keyframe, it will get removed, and then press again and do insert keyframe again. Now it's fine. And here we need to make that splash thing, it gets flattened. So let's use the oval tool again and make this go like this, and then remove the classic tween, insert the classic tween, and let's see how does it look. See, like this. So you see that that thing is not lasting for a lot, so let's insert keyframes here. This time insert keyframes so that this thing lasts long. Now see, like this. So if you want to make it bounce again, we don't need that. But if you want to make it splash, then see my later parts. In the next part, I'm teaching how to make a walking man. So it's quite an interesting thing. So yes, like my channel, like my videos, and subscribe to my channel. And that's it for today. Thank you. Bye bye.